Well, Google's still on the clock for the update, and we haven't received it. So we're quite well past the first Monday of the month now. As of recording this video, it's the second Friday of the month. So we've made it all the way through the entire first week after the first Monday. Still nothing. Not a peep, nothing coming out of Google headquarters. We're just sitting around holding our Pixel phones going, when is the magical update going to fall from the sky? Now, we're expecting two things: the security patch for March, and of course, the Pixel phones are pretty darn secure. So that's not the end of the world. What we're also waiting on is the quarterly feature drop. And it would be nice to get that sooner than later because, of course, it's going to roll out new stuff. I've seen some leaked things on it. I mean, it's not earth shattering, but at some point in time, it would be nice if Google would go ahead and push this out. And it would also be nice if they would actually communicate stuff. So I made a video on Tuesday talking about, okay, Google needs to communicate. Of course, it's not the end of the world. And there's been a lot of conversation going on because there's two camps. There's the people that want the update now, and then there's the people who are like, I'm okay with waiting as long as it works properly when we get it and we don't have any problems. And I think that's fine. I think both of those positions are good. I think in an ideal world, it should be here on time and not have problems. I mean, that's the expectation that we have set that we should expect from Google. If you're going to routinely have the habit of putting it out on the first Monday of the month, you should stick to that. If you're not going to make that, then why are you leaving your customers and your fans in limbo? But then on the other side of the coin, we're also we know that Google's had problems over the last 2 years with patches and updates causing problems. And we don't want that because then that's going to create more issues. So, of course, we want it to be fully fleshed out. We want it to be the best version it can be. And hey, if it came down to 0 hour and they're like, oh my gosh, we found something catastrophic, we have to fix it. That's okay. We're not sitting here armchair quarterbacking this going, okay, screw you, Google, you were 5 days late with the update. There is nothing in this update that is going to revolutionize the experience for using your phone. If your phone is working properly right now, then that's great. I'm glad your phone is working. We'll get the security patch. We will get the quarterly feature drop. Just the frustration is there because, well, they're quite late. I mean, we're like 5 days late now. So it would be really nice if at some point in time they would say, hey, by the way, you can expect it towards the end of the month. And that's kind of what I'm probably expecting. And of course, the way my luck works out, as soon as you watch this video 2 hours later, they'll end up pushing out a thing saying, hey, here's the update. I'm just counting on that. I thought that was going to happen the other day, but it still hasn't happened to this point. So what can we expect? Two things. One, it's going to randomly show up. So just keep looking towards the sky and see when the update finally falls. The other thing is what they've done in the past when they've done this. Normally what happens though is they push it out and then they realize it's catastrophic and then it gets pulled over the next couple of days and then we sit in silence for a week or two and then they go, we're going to re-release it. We're going to push it towards the, later this month. That's happened a few times. So as of right now, it hasn't been pushed out. We still don't have any updates and we don't know when it's going to show up. The expectation was it was going to be here the first Monday of the month, which was several days ago, still not here. So we're just going to have to wait and see. And again, there's nothing earth-shattering in the update I think that we're going to see. But, I mean, that's one of the benefits of having a Pixel phone. It's supposed to get monthly security patches, supposed to get quarterly feature drops, and it would just be nice to have those things in a timely manner like we expect. Again, though, not the end of the world. There is one thing that's been updated. If you're a Google Pixel Buds Pro user, they finally pushed out the update with the firmware update for the Pixel Buds Pro for the head tracking and spatial audio, which will work with your Pixel 6 and 7 series phones, not ones prior to that. So definitely check that out. If you haven't gotten that update, make sure you go do the firmware update on your Pixel Buds Pro so you can take advantage of and experience the spatial audio. Pretty cool stuff. I like spatial audio. I just recently got accustomed to it with the OnePlus Buds Pro 2 whenever the OnePlus 11 launched, and I actually quite like it a bit, and also it's nice when it comes to the Pixel Buds Pro. So check that out. If you have that, then make sure you get the Pixel Buds Pro update. And for now, we'll stay tuned. I will, as soon as it's possible and available, let you guys know, hey, here's the update. Here's what's changed. I don't want to talk about it too much. I saw some leak stuff, but here's the thing with leaks. You never know if they're true until the event actually happens. So I don't want to be like, oh, this is in there, this is in there. I think I think from based off of the beta, I think we can expect with the Pixel 6 Pro, I believe that they're going to add the feature where you can drop it down from Quad HD Plus to 1080p, which should help save some battery if you want to go that route. The Tensor and Tensor 2 chips are not the greatest in the world for battery, especially when you stack them up against the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2. But I think they're fairly formidable when you look at the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1, which is mostly what they were competing with. So from like an apples to apples scale, I think that the Tensor, especially the Tensor G2, has been a really good chip. I think the Tensor G2 really made a lot of strides, a lot of improvements over the original Tensor G1. I'm looking forward to the G3 this fall. I think the Pixel 8 might finally be the end-all be-all that everybody's hoping the Pixel lineup will finally like realize its full potential. But the 7 and the 7 Pro are very good, and they've also had really good sales on them basically ever since the phones have come out. So there's a lot of reasons to be excited about the Pixel brand. There's a lot of great things going on, especially with the Pixel 7 and the 7 Pro. It's just that Google keeps kicking themselves in the shin every time they make like one step forward with something. They give something negative floating out there to kind of hold things back, and like, okay, well, that's Google. Google did this again. So they just continue to hurt their own reputation, especially whenever they are in control of their own destiny. They make Android, they make the Pixel phones, and they've got the Tensor chip now, so everything's supposed to be kind of in line for more optimized programming and updates and pushing things out. And we just really haven't seen that potential realized ever since the Tensor platforms come out, ever since the Pixel 6 and 7 have come out. So I think they've got some work to do, especially whenever Samsung is eating their lunch and putting out updates way better and more reliably and consistently than they are. And that really shouldn't be happening because Google has to give the software to Samsung so they can update it. And then Samsung has to update One UI, which is a lot more invasive and a lot more stuff going on there than just Google updating their own operating system and stuff. So it's, I don't know, it is frustrating, but again, it's not that big of a deal. This is nothing to go take your Pixel phone and smash and be like, screw Google, I'm going to Samsung. The Pixel 7 and 7 Pro, top-notch phones. I've got some more videos coming about them. And it'll be nice as soon as we can get past this hurdle, get the update, get the quarterly feature drop, and just like every other time, as soon as it drops, everyone goes, oh my gosh, it's here, we're excited. And that's fine. I mean, it's a great day whenever we get the new updates. This is not to make fun of anybody in their response. It's just we're, I think, a little bit more frustrated right now because we're sitting around waiting for something we know is going to happen, but we don't know when, and we're not getting any information. And that leads to frustration, and that's okay. As a consumer and a purchaser of these products, it's okay for you to have that frustration with the brand. And then once it gets here, it'll be mostly, everybody will be happy, I think, as long as it doesn't cause any problems. And I sincerely hope it doesn't. Like, if we had to wait longer, and who knows how long we'll have to wait at this point, but if we've had to wait a week basically already to get this update, and then it creates a problem, which I don't even want to talk about that. I'm not going to knock on wood and allow temptation to have this conversation to enter, but it would just be ironic and Google luck if it did have issues. But I don't think it will have issues. I think that's probably why we have this delay. They probably discovered something relatively last minute that they just needed to get fixed. And on the side of the folks who are like, hey, I can wait for it as long as it's ready once it gets here, you're going to be happy. I think you'll probably be happy, and I think everybody else will kind of fall in line. I know once we get through this, I will be happy, and then I won't need to talk about it anymore. But I wanted to have this conversation before we get into the weekend, let guys and gals know. Still waiting, and I will let you know as soon as I find something else out. I will put a video out. I will let you know the updates, and then we can go along with our merry way. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please go down in the comment section. I will get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found this helpful, if you like the Pixel content, you're in the right place. Hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.